Now we'll look at the brain structures. Different brain structures perform different functions. Can you see my beautiful diagram? My brain diagram. Cerebrum handles the thinking and decision making. Cerebellum holds the balance and the coordination. The brainstem regulates the vital functions. It connects the brain to the spinal cord, while the limbic system is involved in emotion. What is genetics and what is behavior? What are the correlations? What are the connections of genetics and behavior? Genetics influence behavior by passing traits from parent to offspring. However, behavior results from interaction between biology and environment. These debates, I'm sure you may have heard, the nature versus nurture, but modern psychology recognizes both as important. What is hereditary? It is referred to as trait that is passed from parent to children. A child whose parents are both tall is likely to grow as tall. Well, likely. This happens because height-related traits are inherited through hereditary, just like eye color or height. Some tendencies are passed down from families or through families. Genes are the biological units that carry hereditary information. A child may inherit a gene that makes them more likely to be energetic or calm. This does not guarantee the behavior, but increases the possibility. Genes are like instructions that influence how our bodies and brain develop. Let's come to the nature versus nurture. This explains how biology and environment work together to shape a behavior. A child may be born with natural talent for music. That is nature. However, if the child grows up in a home where music is encouraged and practiced, the talent develops strongly. Without practice or encouragement, the talent may never appear or may never fully appear or may not reach its peak. So it's not enough to have a talent, you also need nurture, and that is the nature versus nurture. Nature is the one that loads the gun, but nurture pulls the trigger. Nature gives the potential, nurture shapes the outcome. Sensation and perception are closely related, but they are different processes to detecting physical energy from environment, such as maybe light or sound. Meanwhile, perception is what your brain organizes, interprets that information. In other words, sensation is about receiving information, while perception is making meaning of it. The human rely on several sensory systems to interact with the environment. Vision processes light waves, hearing processes sound waves, and other senses detect chemical or physical simulation. Each sensory system has specialized receptors designed to respond to specific forms of energy. Illusions, perceptual bias, interpretation errors are the discussion under perceptual. Let's look at illusion. It shows that perception is not always accurate. The brain makes assumptions based on past experience, which can sometimes lead to errors. And that's why affirmation for some perception can help bring them back to reality. Perception is subjective and influenced by context, expectations, and prior knowledge.